Alpha Lion's Superhuman post, very popular company. New VP of Science, Drew Peters, is coming in and changing everything. And do we like that? Well, I gotta admit, Drew is an old friend of mine, and I'm super excited to be talking about some new science that he's bringing to this brand. Now, Drew and I don't agree on everything, just like good friends, but there are a lot of times that he thinks very similar to me. And this formula change for Superhuman post is not a huge one, but I do think it's an impactful one. Alpha Lion's line is not complicated. It's very reasonable and up to date, but also using tried and true ingredients. Post is in line with all of that, starting off with 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, the most studied supplement in history. Actually, that might be caffeine, but creatine's pretty far up there. 2,500 milligrams of betaine anhydrous, the most studied dose, our favorite dosage. Yes, it works as low as 500 milligrams. The best studies are showing 2,500 milligrams. So they go with that dosage. Now, they've also got some electrolytes in here, like sodium, potassium, and calcium. Replenishing those post-workouts can be very important because you sweat those out. But my most important ingredient in this product is actually the new ingredient that's replacing leucine, Velocitol from Nutrition 21. You got 2 grams of it here. Velocitol is a Nutrition 21 ingredient based on chromium, which they have over a decade of experience with. Velocitol specifically aims to improve muscle protein synthesis. Now, I think this is a really fun add-in for something like Superhuman post, because post-workout, you're going to be taking in protein, and Velocitol is aimed to be used in conjunction with protein. So you're going to throw this unflavored scoop in with your protein, and that Velocitol is going to supercharge that whey protein. Velocitol is theorized to work through its ability to enhance insulinogenic response, which can boost the body's amino acid and nutrient uptake into muscle, as especially seen post-workout. And there's a few different studies on Velocitol, which we are very proud of talking about. In 2017, they showed 2 groups, Velocitol with protein and just protein on its own. It actually doubled that muscle protein synthesis when combined with protein. Quite impressive. Now, in a follow-up study, they actually started using different dosages of protein, because that original study was using a suboptimal protein dosage with Velocitol, and they were able to increase it so much. What happens when you use greater dosages? They combined whey protein in escalating doses ranging from 6 to 40 grams, pea protein, and BCAAs. What the researchers learned from this experiment was that Velocitol and protein groups showed significantly greater muscle protein synthesis versus the protein-only group. Where it starts to get really cool, though, is the actual exercise performance claims that then come from those early adaptations to that muscle protein synthesis. Because we're improving muscle protein synthesis, the adaptations early on in strength training cycles are going to be seen a lot earlier. That training and recovery and improving and training and recovery and improving is going to be shortened, so you see better results earlier on. So in a double-blind, active controlled study testing over the course of 8 weeks in 35 recreationally active men, there were 3 groups. 2 grams of Velocitol and 15 grams of whey protein isolate, 15 grams of whey protein isolate alone, and 30 grams of whey protein isolate alone. We're using a traditionally suboptimal amount of protein. Not saying that 15 grams of protein is bad, but this is less than most people would normally use in that 25 to 30 gram range. Now, that 15 gram dosage of whey protein increased total squat reps, vertical jump power, and vertical jump height in a greater extent than when even 30 grams of whey protein were consumed alone. A lot to be excited about this new addition to Superhuman post. I definitely think it's something that most people should be trying out. If you are a hard training athlete, if you believe that you have a hard time recovering from workouts, if you'd like to kickstart your recovery and your performance, your improvements in the gym, who wouldn't? I think it's a very cost-effective product. It is not a complicated product. It's not a super bells and whistles product. It is a straight to the point product. We've all used these ingredients before, but in this combination, I think it is quite interesting. As always, guys, I do have to say I got this product for free. We have a business affiliate relationship with Nutrition 21. We have not worked with Alpha Lion in a while, but like I said at the beginning of the video, Drew Peters is a good friend of mine. Jordan, the owner of the company, is a good friend of mine. So take all that bias into account. But hopefully this was educational, informative, and helpful for you in your buying process. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.